Hello everyone, it's Nicole McIntosh here and welcome to another episode of Maroon Mindset Lunchtime vlog. It's Friday, I believe, because it's very hard to keep track of the days, but I believe it is 12th of June. I'm sure it is, I'm just joking. So yes, today, I'm outside again. Not much sun, but I have this rare condition that makes me have very warm extremities, so I now feel warm most of the time, and I cannot afford to wear, my vest. My daughter just asked me if I'm not cold. She's cold and I'm warm. Yes, so today, I greet you, and I hope that everything's fine, and I hope that you're looking forward to the weekend and that you've had a lovely, productive week. I have been having an interesting week as well, and every week seems to be more and more interesting as we go through this year of 2020. Today's vlog is interesting for me. I've started making notes throughout the week for my vlogs at the end of the week so that I can capture as much of what's happening in my life, because what I've found is that the more you focus on what's happening, the more interesting you notice things around you that might have gone by unnoticed. So yeah, it's important for us to be purposeful and to be intentional in what we do, and not leave things to chance. So yes, today the title of the vlog, and I had to think carefully about what I would call this vlog, this episode, and I've called it Being Comfortable with the Uncomfortable. And that could mean a lot of things to different people, but for me, what it means is recognizing that life is made up of many different emotions, many different feelings, and that we have to acknowledge these if we want to grow and develop. I've been thinking about what we do and why we do what we do in the world, and our purpose in life, and lots of deep thinking and meditating, not in the conventional sense of meditating, but just taking some time out for a few seconds and a few minutes at a time to just think, why am I here? No, it's easy for us to just play a role and be a token. It's easy for us to just be a puppet. It's easy for us to just go with the flow. But yeah, I truly believe I'm a salmon, so I like to swim upstream. But I still need my fishes to know that while I'm swimming upstream, I swim in peace. So yeah, today, being comfortable with the uncomfortable. So what is uncomfortable? Why is it uncomfortable? What can we do? Should it be uncomfortable? Does it need to be uncomfortable for us to have the conversations? Or should we sanitize it so that it is comfortable? But then it might not be meaningful, because the change might just be a tick box, a whitewash. So what we need to do now is, I truly believe, be comfortable with the uncomfortable, because it's only by being comfortable with the uncomfortable that we're going to get to a place where it is not so uncomfortable, because we've aired our views in a professional, compassionate, empathetic way. So yes, I'm all about being measured, but part of being measured is that if you need to adjust and recalibrate, that you're able to do that. You're not just, it has to be this way, it has to be that way. No, actually it is like this is life. You have good days, you have bad days, you have happy days, you have sad days, you have good moments, you have bad moments. And also you would say not so good moments, but sometimes there are bad moments, and we need to not sugarcoat it and sanitize it too much. If you're having a rotten day, say you're having a rotten day, and then think about why it is that it's a rotten day, and what you can do to make sure you have a better day tomorrow. Who can you reach out to? And that's very important, having people who you can reach out to. So yeah, a few things have happened this week. Started last week about this time, when I was contacted by world-class professors. They know who they are. They contacted me, and I was like, you sure about this? And they were sure, and that gave me a lot of happiness and hope for the future. because there really are a lot of people who are willing to stand in the gap. And I've been putting my challenges out about people standing in the gap, and it heartens me to know that there are people who are so vocal about standing in the gap. And it is a blessing to have you on board, and we know that this fight that we're on cannot be won without your support. So we salute you, we love you, we respect you, and we will work with you to make meaningful, sustainable, and much needed change. Yes, so part of being comfortable with the uncomfortable is being confident in your own position in life and what you represent. And what I represent is hope. I represent peace and unity. And I also represent speaking truth to power. As you can tell, I have a little bit of a throat issue here, but we persevere. I've had this for a few weeks. I'm just trying to see what the matter is. We need to use the virtual space optimally. We really do. We really, really do need to know that this is one of the quick wins of COVID, using the virtual space, whether it be for support or to put your material out or to receive. The virtual space is an untapped resource that we need to now optimize. A few people have expressed worry for me, and they've said to me that sometimes I'm a bit vocal, and that they worry about the repercussions, and that I need to be careful. And I am careful. I'm bound by the Nursing and Midwifery Council Code, and I promote my work in a professional way. But part of that is about being able to speak freely and uncensored. I am causing no harm to anyone, so at the least I expect is that I will be treated with respect and that my views matter. So I've said to them that they don't need to be worried. I don't do things on impulse. I carefully consider them and weigh up the pros and cons, and I seek advice, and then I act. It's important, as I said earlier, to reach out to people. Don't be afraid to say, actually, Joan or Calvin or whoever, can you help me with this? I have this challenge. Or Ruth, I've been asked to do this. What do you think? It's important to have these people in your camp who you can turn to, and who, when you reach out to them, that they have respect and manners to reply back to you. Because that's important. When you need some quick advice, and you need somebody to just acknowledge that you've asked for some advice, it's wonderful to know that there are certain people who you don't have to worry about whether they're going to ignore you or not. Those are blessings in your life. So yes, I have also reached out to national peers. I call them peers because I used to call them seniors, but they're not my seniors, they're my peers, because we bring different things to the table. And they might look at it that they're seniors to me and to people who are in my position, but I see them as peers. And when I reach out to them, sometimes it's a test for me to check their character, because it's all well and good people give this impression that yes, if you have an idea, if you want some support, I'm available. But when you do put them to the test, it's important that they respond. And sometimes a response can be, thank you, Nicole, for reaching out to me. I'm a bit busy at the moment with all that's going on, but I will be in touch. That simple compassion and recognizing that it took guts for me or somebody like me or not like me or for anybody to reach out to you, that the least you can do is have manners. So I think that's decency, and that's all we're expecting sometimes. Sometimes when we reach out, we kind of in a spot and we feel desperate, and we need somebody to acknowledge that actually we see you, we hear you, we know where you are. So my plea to national leaders is to make sure that the persona that you present to the external world is the one that you represent when people contact you personally. I'll leave that there. As I said before, I am a salmon, not all the time. There are times when you have to engage your salmon instinct, and for those who are not aware, the salmon swims upstream while the other fishes swim downstream, and you need to be a salmon at least once in your life. It is liberating, it is empowering, and it is uplifting to your soul. Being a salmon is not something to fear. What it is you need is emotional intelligence to know actually this is not a salmon moment. This is a moment to just, if there is a risk, an incident happening, there's no point saying, oh, I'm a salmon, I'm going in when everybody else is running out. You do what you need to do, safety first. But for this thing, I enjoy thinking, processing, working things through in my head. But I do need that space, and like most people, you need that space to be empowered to know that you can act, and what you need is the freedom to know that if you make a mistake, it's not going to be held against you unreasonably. If you know what I mean. I know some people will get what I'm talking about. It's a bit of a serious blog today, but we get to the fun part, man. We get there. You know that we have to come and give the whole picture, because we are known for keeping it real. So we don't come here just for fun and for noise and for laughing. We come here to kind of inspire. Remember, it's the enlightenment mindset. Someone said I'm an agitator, and it's true. An agitator means someone who actually looks at the status quo and says, actually, why do we do what we do? Why is it that way? Why is it this way? And it's uncomfortable for some who just want the status quo to continue. So you're not a troublemaker, An agitator is not a troublemaker. An agitator is someone who is very measured and reasonable and looks at a situation and says, why? And people don't like it, but that's their problem, that's not mine. And it is important that we have agitators, people who are willing to push the boundaries reasonably. So yes, we agitate. I'll accept that gladly, being an agitator. Someone said I'm a disruptor. I'm not a disruptor. No, I don't just disrupt for the sake of disrupting. I'm an agitator. I will make you think about it from a different point of view. The same way that I'm prepared to think about it from your point of view. If you come to me rationally, and show me where you're coming from. Because that's the whole point of us trying to be more empathetic and more welcoming and more tolerant, and together we'll be stronger. So it's important to know that while we are being uncomfortable, while we're being comfortable with the uncomfortable, that there are certain things that we have to really remember. Number one, if you are silent on matters that are important, you are compliant, you are complicit. Straight. There are no ways around it. If something is wrong and you say nothing, you agree with it. That's what I'm talking about, agitating. It's just stating the obvious. If you're always more concerned about number one than about others, you're part of the problem. So what we need are people who are not going to go out there and take unreasonable risk. We're not asking for that. What we're asking for is for you to take reasonable action. And if you don't feel comfortable to speak up, speak to someone who is comfortable to speak up. But being quiet is no longer an option. You will be called out for it, and it will be uncomfortable. So it happens to all of us, where we think, oh, I wish I'd said this, or I wish I'd said that. It's not too late. You have not missed the opportunity to add your voice. You can go back and say, actually, last week, last month, yesterday, when this happened, I was uncomfortable with it. It's not hard. So if you need to talk to somebody for somebody to give you the confidence to do that in a professional way, you need to do that. But no longer are we allowed to be quiet on matters that are very important. Get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Speak your truth. Speak your truth to power. Man. Sometimes, you come across some sayings, and I love my African proverbs, and I go there for inspiration, for motivation, because sometimes I need it so badly. You won't be surprised to know how badly I need support. Yeah? And I support a lot of people. A lot. And I do it quietly. And they contact me and they thank me. And I speak vocally about black empowerment, black rights. As someone said last night, they watched the Nina Simone Blackness interview. If you haven't watched it, watch it. That's me. So I give to the point where sometimes there's none left in the tank for me. And that's something that I need to work on. Because I need to know that I cannot feed from an empty cup. I need feeding too. And I'm working on it. You can see that I'm looking healthier. I'm looking stronger. I'm looking happier than I've ever done. I'm still not 100%. But I'm getting there and I'm working on it. So we all have things to work on. But I will never stop talking about black rights, black unity, black excellence, black empowerment. My blackness is something I'm proud of. As I always say, I just love to come here and just glow in the vitamin D. Yeah, I make no apologies for my black African proverbs. I make no apologies. And why should I? Why should I? That's me. So, sometimes we just need to know who we are. And I always say, no matter the economy of the jungle, the lion will never eat grass. It will never happen. That's an African proverb if you don't know. No matter the economy of the jungle, the lion will never eat grass. And another lion, because I love my lion proverbs. The lion and the sheep may lay together, but the sheep will get no sleep. And my professor friend, Philip Derbyshire in Australia, said, now is the time for the lions to protect the sheep. So all you lions out there, you know who I'm talking. What are you doing to protect the sheep around you? So that the sheep can get some sleep. Hey, we're getting deep here. And another quote that I shared, which is not an African proverb, but it's from James Baldwin, and you must read up about him. He profoundly said, not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed unless it's faced. James Baldwin. Hello, before I was rudely interrupted by one of my friends. I'm sure she's calling for some advice, but I'm going to finish my vlog before I do that. You see, I'm talking about learning to put myself first sometimes. So yes, how profound it is that James Baldwin said. Yes, again, you see, I'm really sticking out. Good girl. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed unless it's faced. That's mightily profound. Yep. And it's something for all of us to look into. What are we going to face so that we can change it? Drop me a comment. Subscribe. I'm going to learn to put all the animations that I see all these professional vloggers doing, where they put the like button here and the subscribe button there. Yeah, I'm going to do that, man. Watch me grow. So yeah, being comfortable with the uncomfortable for the next 6 months. Watch this space for some developments. I'm going to be doing things that make me uncomfortable, but I'm going to get comfortable with them because it's on my trajectory, it's on my career path, it's on my life path for me to do these things. It's my destiny. So when people contact me and say, do you want to be part of this? And I'm thinking, geez, I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. I'm going to say, of course I will. No problem. And then when I get off the phone, I think, oh my God, what have I signed up for? But that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. It's getting comfortable with the uncomfortable. So watch this space for more fun. Watch this space for more healing. Watch this space for more speaking truth to power. Watch this space for me encouraging, inspiring, motivating others to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. So until next time, my people, my maroons all over the world, have a wonderful weekend. Until next time, take care.